You want it to be one way.
What?
You want it to be one way.
Man, I don't
You
know
want it
what
to
you...
be one
Man,
way.
stop! Stop saying that.
But it's the other way.
Let's get it. Let's get it. All right.
Yeah.
Let's settle in.
They hate when you elevate.
It's your boy, Claymore Rain. This is ATP Combat Media Show. Salute to all the subscribers. It's your first time stepping in to catch this content. Please feel free to hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that like button and that, more importantly, that bell icon, so you're getting all these alerts when we drop this content. Jaron Boots Ennis back in the news. Seems like things are moving along. We're still unaware of where he is going to be as far as promotional companies are concerned in the next few coming weeks or a month or so. I would hope that this information is getting ready to come out. All we do know is that Bozy Ennis has put it out there that his dealings and his the backroom stuff is all settled. Everybody knows where they're going to be. Promotional companies, they're already conscious of who they're going to be under as far as promotions is concerned. They seem to be happy and content with whatever agreement or deal that they've come up on. As you guys know, Showtime did go ahead and release boxing. They were sold off to Paramount. Paramount bought them and got out of the boxing business. So Jaron Boots Ennis was signed or had a deal with Steven Espinoza and Showtime. So as that went ahead and dissipated and the whole entire boxing and Showtime coming together, going their separate ways, there were concerns about where Boots Ennis would be. But as I said, Bozy Ennis seems to be comfortable. The team is on point, and they do have a deal ironed out and signed, and they're ready to go ahead and plan the next coming fight. Boots Ennis' last fight was back in July of 2023 against Romain Villa. A great fight. Boots ended up stopping him. Was an awesome fight. Really, Boots got to showcase his skill set. But at that time, as you guys know, he was waiting on the results between Errol Spence and, hold on, am I right about that? I might be a little off here, but if I'm correct, was it July? Yeah, it was. I was right. Yeah, it was July. Back in July of 23, that's when they fought. But he was also waiting for the results to come together for Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, being that he was a mandatory for the IBF title that Errol Spence had at that time. Well, Errol Spence and Terence Crawford went by. You guys know how that ended up going, right? Terence Crawford won that in a dominating fashion, became an undisputed welterweight champion, two-time undisputed champion in two weight classes in the four-belt era at that time. So the actual mandatory that was on that IBF belt followed Terence Crawford. So the mandatories, they don't follow the person, they follow the belts, right? So wherever the belts go, the mandatories come with it. So Terence Crawford, already having a rematch clause in effect that was activated by Errol Spence, was not in position to go ahead and defend those belts against Boots Ennis. So it looks like the IBF took it in their own hands to go ahead and strip that belt from Terence Crawford and giving it to Jaron Boots Ennis. So in present time, there's some people who want to call Jaron Boots Ennis one of the email champs. There are a couple of email champs going on right now, like Abdul Wahid, formerly known as Gervonta Tank Davis, is another one of those guys resulting from when Devin Haney vacated his belts at the lightweight in the lightweight division. But Boots eager to fight. He obviously would have much rather had liked to fight for the belts. Doesn't really like or is comfortable with the idea of receiving a championship through the email. So it looks like things are moving along for them, and they are in the midst of getting ready to plan a fight. About 2-3 months ago, there was conversations of him fighting potentially Crowley or Keith Thurman, but both those fights seem to fall through. Nothing new for Jaron Boots Ennis, as it's always been difficult for him to square away fights with top 5 fighters, top 10 fighters who don't want to fight him. And I would say with good reason, being that they understand the threat that he does provide. The risk versus rewards scenario is not too good. But now him holding a title, we hope that, fighters are a little bit more motivated to challenge him. At the end of the day, if there's any aspirations of a unification or undisputed type of title, you can't have that conversation and not mention Jaron Boots Ennis' name, which was a real important reason as to why Bozy and the team went ahead and put their name in and activated that mandatory, because if I can't get it one way, I got to take it how I can get it. We must move along. Well, Terence Crawford should be in the midst of vacating soon, should be considering that, as his date with Errol Spence is coming closer as far as the rematch is concerned. A lot of rumors through the game and through the boxing space basically saying that they're expecting that fight to be at 154, and Terence has aspirations, if he can go in past 154, to potentially even challenge Canelo Alvarez at 168. So him defending anything at 147 is not going to be happening. Boots Ennis being upgraded to a full champion. Right now, Mario Barrios seems to be in their crosshairs. Mr. El Azteca, who has a WBC interim title right now that he got after he beat Yordenis Ugas. He did beat him a few months back as well. I want to say a month ago, to be honest with you, but maybe 2 months ago. I don't have the dates off the top of my head right now. But he did defeat Yordenis Ugas and did walk away with that interim title. So I would believe that if Terence Crawford were to go ahead and vacate those belts, in particular the WBC belt right now, that should upgrade Mario Barrios to a full WBC champion. So right there, that's enticing enough for Jaron Boots Ennis to be interested in a fight with Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios has not been the type to shy away from challenges, so he's more than happy and willing to go ahead and shoot his shot, as well as becoming a unified champion in the welterweight division, challenging Jaron Boots Ennis as well for his IBF title. And so that's what it looks like that they're trying to put together, a potential unification title match. Dates haven't been put in stone yet, but about 4 or 5 days ago, Bozy Ennis did confirm that fight. He's very confident. He seems very confident in that fight getting put together. We'll see. Negotiations are going on right now. Until it's done, until it's put the pen to paper, and even sometimes when that happens, it's still not final, right? But until the pen is put to paper, we're just speculating right now. But it does seem like that is the information that's coming through. Who am I leaning towards? Look, man, I'm not going to get into that. I think everybody has a pretty good idea of what the odds are and who's favored to win in that fight. So we'll just keep it at that. But looking forward to see Boots Ennis come back into the squared circle and start becoming active again. I think he's a fighter who likes to be active. So hopefully he stays active this year. I don't know if he can become undisputed in 1 year. That would be kind of crazy. If everybody's ready to rumble, then maybe we'll see that. But past history doesn't support that idea. But hopefully he's able to unify a few of the titles this year and then become undisputed next year. We'll see how that works out. But that's the news. Jaron Boots Ennis seems like he's getting active. The team seems like they're coordinating things accordingly. They do have a deal that they have ironed out and that they're good to go. They know where they're going to be. As far as I know, they're there now. They just haven't communicated it. So we'll see what happens. A lot of offers out there, though, right? Eddie Hearn was putting his hat into the ring. He seems active, meaning that Eddie Hearn now has access to. It seems like he has access to a lot of money right now through his friends over there in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia. So he has the ability to make a lot of fighters. He has the ability to offer a lot of fighters very lucrative deals. And obviously we have the PBC still sitting there, who has a lot of the welterweight action on their side as well. So they have that leverage that they're able to bring to the table. I don't know to this day, to be honest with you. I'm not sure how Al Heyman, his deal has been put together. I don't know the structure of the deal that he has with Amazon Prime. I'm also hearing that we should be hearing about another announcement about another network that they should be having maybe working on some deals with as well. So I'm not sure how they are financing as far as paying the fighters are concerned. So not knowing that, not understanding really what kind of deals they probably could offer these high level fighters. You know, I mean, obviously they have to worry about Gervonta Tank Davis. They have to worry about Canelo Alvarez, you know, feeding the beast that keep the brand where it's at. So I'm not too sure, but it does seem like Eddie Hearn does have access and the ability to offer some lucrative deals. So, you know, exciting to see what Jaron Boots Ennis has decided to do. But like I said in the news, from Bozy Ennis himself, saying that Mario Barrios is very realistic, that he's very confident in that fight happening, and that's what we should be looking forward to. If you guys have heard anything, though, you know, comment, let me know what you think about that. What do you guys think about the matchup between Mario Barrios and Jaron Boots Ennis? Let me know what you think about it, you know. But on that note, and at this point, it's your boy Claymore Rain. This is the ATP Combat Media Show. And at this point, we out.
They hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate.